Hi guys, this is Jerry with yet another video. In this video, I'll show you how to blur some part of the video that you have already uploaded to YouTube. So you have created an awesome video, then later you realize that you forgot to blur some part of the video on YouTube, right? You know, in this case, you either have to delete it or blur. You don't have to delete it. You can actually blur some part of the video that you have already uploaded within the YouTube itself. Why you have this YouTube editor within YouTube, right? So let's go there. Just on YouTube dashboard. This is the YouTube dashboard, right? Go to this content and select the content that you want to edit. For example, here, okay, let's go here. Okay, just edit. So, and here, editor, and this is where you actually edit or blur or trim some part of the video that you have already uploaded. Sometimes you may have got some copyright claims and stuff. This is where you actually edit the videos that you have already uploaded to YouTube. Okay, so you see this editor and you have these options. You can add music, add blur or whatever. And here what I'm going to do is I'm going to blur some part of the video. That could be anything, okay, like that could be a face of some person. So if you want to blur a face of some person or something that's moving, it's gonna take a while, but it won't be perfect, but you can still do that on YouTube editor. Right now I'm going to show you how to actually add different types of blurs on YouTube editor. Okay, just do that. Just click blur. There is this face blur and custom blur, and go for the custom blur, and you have this, you get this shapes of different blurs here. You can actually change the shape like rectangle or oval. If you click oval, it will be oval, and rectangle, that's rectangle. And track objects means that if you want to blur a moving object, in that case you'll have to go for this track object. That's how it actually works. If you just want to put a fixed blur, then in that case you can go for fixed blur option. So here, okay, now I want to blur this guy that's lying dead on the floor, right? So in this case, what I'm going to do is just where's that blur? Okay, here is the blur I have added. So you can actually adjust the length of the blur you want, like here. You can see that here. So that's how you actually adjust the blur. So okay, this part. So I want to blur this individual here. Okay, so it won't show that part, right? So, and we need to determine how long it shows, right? Shows its body in this video. And if you want to get the right timing, there you can actually zoom in this timeline. So in this way you can actually get exact point at which you want to remove this blur. So just zoom, then just adjust the timing here, and you can see that, see, that's where the scene changes. Okay, that's the right point to put this. Then there I can actually remove this blur. This blur shouldn't play after this scene. That's it. Then here, the beginning, this is where it starts. So it should be here. Okay, so it's fixed, so it's actually covered. That's how actually this feature works on a YouTube video editor. Okay, now for example, what if you want to track an object? So in this case you go for this track object, then it keeps tracking that particular object. Okay, so that's how it actually works. Now for example, okay, just display this. It'll take a few minutes. You see that as he moves, the blur part also moves, right? It's not the perfect one, but you could actually use it to, if you have some moving object that you want to blur on YouTube video editor. So that's how it actually works. So as he moves, the blur part also moves. It's not the perfect one, but it still works kind of. So you can actually add so many different layers of blurs, and you want to add another blur on the same video, you can do that here. Once you add one blur and you want to add another blur somewhere here, you can just click this button here, then just custom blur again, or face blur if you want to blur a face. So in this case, okay, let's go for a face blur. Okay, let's see if it's actually showing. If you want to blur a face in a video, it's gonna take a while. because it's gonna detect all the faces in this particular video, but it's gonna take a long time. You'll have to keep this editor open for a while until it actually scans for all the faces of that particular video. Then you can choose the face that you want to blur. So it actually works. It takes time. So detecting faces, look at that, it's just 0.1%. It depends on the video length. It's gonna take longer than you think. So I'm not doing it that, so it actually works. And here in this case, let's add another blur at different timing, at different position. So let's do it here. Just go for a custom blur, and wherever you put the playhead, that's where the blur is added. You put the playhead here, then you added a blur here. Okay, you put the playhead somewhere here, then add a custom blur, then it'll add the blur here. That's how it actually works. So now, for example, I want to blur some part of video here. Okay, that's how it works. So, and you can adjust the length of this blur, like, so it's now actually tracking. So you can actually disable this tracking object feature and fix blur position. Select this fixed blur position. So that part is finished here. So in this case, you can adjust the blur like this. Okay, and there, that scene is gone. So we can end the blur there, right? Okay, this is where it starts. So like this. Or that's how you actually blur some part of the video on YouTube video editor. You don't need to delete the video completely if you have forgot to blur some part of the video that you have already uploaded. You can just put the video on private. You can do it on the video editor. Here, just go to that details and you can switch the tab to editor, and here you can click this add blur and you can add blur. You can add different layers of blurs on YouTube video editor. Once you're done, you can just save. If you don't want the original video on YouTube, you can just save it as new. Then later, once it creates a new video, you can just delete the old video, or you can just click save. Then it'll save. The changes will take effect after processing. So it'll take a few minutes depending on the video length. So that's how you actually blur some part of the videos that you have already uploaded to YouTube. So I hope this helps. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and thanks for watching.